Ne funkcioniše mikrofon.
Montenegro is a very strong aspirant for membership, and Montenegro has already made a lot of progress. And just to compare to what I saw in June, I have seen progress taking place just since then. You have made progress when it comes to modernizing your armed forces. You have made progress when it comes to reforming your intelligence sector, not making it bigger, but making it better. And you have also made progress in the area of rule of law, fighting corruption, fighting the misuse of public funds, and we have also seen increased support in Montenegro for NATO membership. But the decision is going to be taken by foreign ministers in December. And I will not prejudge that decision. We are going to continue our assessments. The visit today has been an important part of the work we're going to do towards the ministerial meeting in December, and then we will decide on the question of inviting Montenegro to become a member of the alliance. And my main message is that to continue on the path of reforms is important, both because it is important in itself, but also, of course, it moves Montenegro towards membership. There is no... But I think the question is for the Prime Minister.
So she's asking about whether we can feel more optimism than last time in the visit. Yes, and the optimism is realistic, and as our dear guest said, Montenegro is today in a better shape. Every month Montenegro is in a better shape. It is continuously improving thanks to the serious reforms that we are implementing in Montenegro, and I agree a lot with the opinions that Mr. Stoltenberg gave here, but particularly with what he said answering the last question. Everything that we are doing, we are not doing it because of the invitation or because we want to open new chapters in the negotiations with the European Union. We are doing this because we want to improve the quality of life. This is what we are committed to. We managed to bring Montenegro in the last 10 years from the position of one of the most underdeveloped country in the region to the position of one of the most developed. But we are not happy with that. We want to reach the European level of development, and we know what will take us there, and that is continuation of the reforms by the invitation, but also beyond. We have to do that, and that's why every month and every year we will improve, and it will logically be registered by our partners and by our allies. And that's why I believe that their opinions and reviews about how much we are ready to join the most developed countries will be better every time. And we think that our perspective in the NATO and EU is very foreseeable.
Question for General Secretary. General Secretary, US President Obama has announced today that US troops will remain in Afghanistan through 2017. Will the Western Alliance follow this decision or proposals of the US? And also a question for Montenegrin Prime Minister, Mr. Đukanović. Kako je Crna Gora publicira u misiji u Afganistanu, da li će vlada predložiti slučajni izručenje?
Da li?
Će vlada predložiti
So she's asking about the troops in Afghanistan, whether the government will allocate the budget.
I'm being informed about that the President of the United States, President Obama, is going to make an announcement later on today. And I'm looking forward to the announcement by the President. But I think it would be very wrong if I started to comment on an announcement by the President which is not yet made. So I think we have to wait to the announcement, and then I will be more than willing to comment on the announcement. I'm looking forward to the announcement. I can add one thing, and that is that I have commended Montenegro for its contribution to the NATO operation in Afghanistan. And this just shows how Montenegro has modernized, how Montenegro has developed, and that Montenegro has been able to develop what we call interoperability, the ability to work together with modern forces of NATO in a challenging security environment as we have in Afghanistan. And I have seen the Montenegrin troops. They are excellent, they are skilled, they are well trained. So it's impressive to see the way Montenegro is contributing to difficult, demanding and important NATO operations in Afghanistan. So I thank once again for this important contribution.
Well, the most rational thing would be now to say that I should not comment this announcement. But allow me to say just a few words. In our participation in the missions, particularly Afghanistan, I see serious advantages for our army, for our country, and I see that there is a serious interest of the members of our army to participate in those missions where Montenegro participates. So there is no need for us to prove and explain how much new experience we have gained in participating in those missions and how much trust we have built in relations with the members of NATO and others who are non-members but participate in these missions. So our interest to cooperate in the region and on the global level will remain and be solid. And as for your question related to the announcement of President Obama, I think we should wait and hear what the further policy of the partners will be. And I can say that we will remain there with everyone, and we will even stronger try to contribute to the stability of the region and globally. Question for the Prime Minister. You said that you informed Mr. Stoltenberg that public support hasn't been increased, and I would like to hear what is the percentage that you told him. Well, he was informed of the percentage that the Montenegrin public was informed of course. We had in September 2 public opinion polls, one by Ipsos from Paris, and their result is that so the result is the following. To the question of whether the respondents would participate in the referendum for NATO membership, if organized, 70% of the respondents said yes. And if the referendum took place now, 52% of the respondents would say yes, and 46% would say no to NATO membership. That is the data that we gave to the Secretary General and members of NAC. And I also informed them that in addition to that poll, there was another one that was not done at our orders, but it was ordered by certain member states of NATO, and that the results of that public opinion poll showed that 10 are the respondents who would vote. So 10% of respondents more would vote for than against the membership. So these are reliable polls. These are not something that we ordered. And even if we ordered a poll like this, I believe that you have learned from experience that we do not use polls to self-delude ourselves, to bring us in self-delusion. Whatever we did in the polls was confirmed later in the election processes or referendum. So, just like then, we are now ready to face the truth. When we had minority support, we faced the truth, and now we also are willing to face the truth. Definitely now a majority of citizens want membership in NATO. Thank you.